pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as the tackle made here at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Titans first down.
The toss right to Henry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Titan, Tyrann Mathieu, with a pick. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Attack.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And right away, he lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes, and going deep for Hill. He's got it at the 15. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, and even 60 yards.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50, the 40, and a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Intercepted.
So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Titans.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Derrick Henry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
The Titan ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Pick up with 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The ball carrier.
For the Titans and Chiefs, we think back to their encounter in the postseason last year, the AFC Championship game to be exact. And the Titans were riding high, coming off road wins in Foxborough and in Baltimore. And they led at one point 17-7, but as the Chiefs did 3 times in those playoffs, they rallied back from a double-digit deficit, ultimately winning 35-24 and punching their ticket to Miami. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
9-yard line.
They run with Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 30, past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Titans.
Touchdown.
A.J. Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the Chiefs' 23-yard line.
On the counter, it's Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Complete to
Jonnu Smith.
Touchdown,
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Jason
And what a
Myers.
weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the 31, Mahomes. They'll run the screen with Mack. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Mahomes firing complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, second down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Mahomes into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 42.
To A.J. Brown.
A big play that time for the Titans. 46 yards.
And the Titans first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
10 yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Play action. Stafford. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it when...
It got his man complete.
You don't want none. Get some.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 83 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
On for the point after.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
It certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Stafford over the middle here to Brown. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
And now here is another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now here's Mahomes. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake. But how about the other side, learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the run, this is Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Marlon Mack. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Stafford. Man open left side is Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Titans.
Number 11.
A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Titan, Tyrann Mathieu, with a pick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Mahomes now on first down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Looking here for Smith downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 16-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. We're back now in KC. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On the carry.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
26.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win, because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th-quarter lead. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Harrison
might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
No, I can't go. Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, I sat down with my accountant. He said I got good news and I got bad news.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but it'll be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A 1st down carry for Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
On the handoff.
They gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Chris Jones on the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a first down on a gain of 10. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20.
Always a pleasure.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
To put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Stafford. He's going to let it fly. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the